Hello and welcome back to another art video. Now, we're on episode 6 and I've decided to move. So, I have moved to Herbivore Island, which is the new island in Ragnarok. And I'll tell you what, it's actually really nice to build on. It's not too hilly, not too flat, just right. Um, I did, I think, what you are seeing here was the third time that I'd built and laid these foundations, trying to figure out what I wanted to go with. Eventually found an idea. Overall, I think I had about 100 uh, foundations. So this is 100 foundations. Now I did go with a couple of designs before this, ended up settling with where we do finish. Now, obviously, I have a thing, I like to try to rush build sometimes, and I just end up screwing it up all the time. We do get the main design that I want, which you can see here, sort of like a T shape, but my OCD went a little bit mad here, and I had to change it. Now, obviously, we will go through and clear out some of the dinos in the house, but we're starting the new build. Here you see me trying to just guess the leveling, which I was like, oh, got that out. So I went with a rough guess of what I'd figured out, and we kind of were pretty close. Kind of. We weren't too far out, luckily. But we got the design there in the end, and I think this actually came out quite well. I do normally always build where we have in and around sort of Viking Bay area, so I wanted to go somewhere completely different. Now, yes, this is another easy place to build, but as we've spent the last 5 episodes in Viking Bay and up on the hill and sort of Highlands area, not Highlands, but in that Viking Bay area, I've built up so many resources. I haven't got to worry too much about really anything else because I've got plenty of resources. Now, while I was putting these walls down, these bloody wild dinos did my bloody head in, right? Always running in the area that I'm going to, everything did my head in. But we did get there, and we did get the first layer of walls in. And I mean, I think, yeah, this is going to be a good little base. This could work quite nicely. Now, what you're seeing here is I did spot a few Ankies and a few babies. They weren't overly high levels, so I just kind of left them. But I was like, oh, that could be a nice little upgrade. Now, the only problem with my Wyvern at the minute, as you are seeing, now, yes, this is sped up, but the movement speed on my Wyvern is very, very high. I think it's at about 250%. So, yeah, it's a little bit annoying to try and control. But we start putting the second layer in on the wall as well. So, I don't think this is going to take me too long to build. It's not an overly massive base, but I do plan to extend it out, and I have got some ideas. But I want to get the bulk foundations down first. Now, obviously, here I'm just setting my waypoint and stuff, just so that I've got know where the new base is, because I like to have waypoints for everything. Now, we are making our way back. I do go wrong a few times, which is no surprise at all. But we're on our way back, and I do decide to get a few drops on the way back. Which, I mean, yeah, we did get some good stuff out of them, to be fair. And I did notice that for whatever reason, my ping was quite high with some things, which was a little bit annoying, but yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Um, but I mean, we did get quite lucky with some of our drops. And now what you're seeing here is I did see something that I couldn't remember if it was there, but it's not. So what you will probably see is I am going to be trying to get an otter just to help with going over the Icelands and stuff like that. And yeah, I did find a couple of lakes which I thought would look quite cool. I do plan to get an ice wyvern as well at some point, because yeah, I kind of want to add to the wyvern. But yeah, obviously as you can see, I'm going wrong a few times. I'm just kind of flying around a little bit willy-nilly here. I decided to just take the shortcut straight over the top and just cut the middleman out. Now obviously here we do get another drop. Now this bit, as I was about to land, it disappeared. It was very, very quick, but yeah, it literally disappeared as I was about to land. Now I get distracted because obviously I was like, oh, another griffin. Oh, wonder if we can get if it's higher level. It's not too bad actually. I think the other one we got was a 190, I think, when we got it. And yeah, we land back. And we just offload the wyvern. I forgot what it was called then for a minute. Now, the reason I've got this storage chest here is I'm just separating stuff out that I'm taking over with me. Just to make my life a bit easier. We will be setting up the storage like we've got here as well. So what you'll see is I'm going to be taking and working and getting a lot of stone, building up a lot of foundations, because I think having two bases is cool. Like I said in the previous episode, I do like what Jordan has done with this base. I think it looks cool. It's different. It's just, for me, it was very, very close, and I thought, like, it's very close to one of the doors. Kind of makes them a little bit obsolete. But what it did make me think was actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a second base. And I'm going to go somewhere completely different, out of the way, where I've never built before. Now, yes, I'm building in quite a very wild, tamed, very nice area and quiet. But I think it's just going to add and make it a little bit different. And I do always build in the same spot. And I always like building on top of this mountain. But I think it's time for a change. And I think it is going to be quite cool building on my own little island, which is going to be nice. Now, yeah, it's a little bit of a trek to obviously get some of the resources and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world either. Obviously, what we see here, I do start prepping and, you know, building some fridges and stuff like that. What I will do is I will work off camera and get some stuff, some of the electrics and stuff like that. Obviously, what you see is me going, oh yeah, I need silica pearls. So I just keep the fabricator going, and that starts obviously getting me a load of XP. And then I will in a minute go out on a silica pearl run, which will be fun. Once I do find the dino. And there we go. So, right. This is where my lag spikes started hitting and my ping went through the roof for whatever reason. I don't know. But it nearly got me killed a few times. Now, obviously, my wyvern does a lot of damage. And then rather than pissing around, I just flew over. Now, a few times here, I do start trying to fly off in a minute. Obviously, I fill the wyvern up because I've got plenty of storage on the wyvern. But I did think, oh yeah, I'll start getting ready to fly, and for whatever reason, it weren't flying. And I couldn't figure out why to start with. But I'm trying to fly, and it's not flying. This is what you see here, is me trying. And then I notice the beaver is still kind of following me. And there it is. My ping's at like 131. And I was like, what is going on? Why is my ping so high? So yeah, that kind of screwed me over for a bit until it kind of settled down. Ended up, I thought, oh, we'll just do this on foot. Right, and there we go. Ping catches up. Right. Literally screwed me over with everything that I wanted to do. But we flew back to where we were. Eventually, once we did get down on the floor, right, honestly, after I tested it a couple of times, it did then kind of start playing ball. Now obviously the beavers do start following me here, mainly because I just killed their friend. But yeah, I mean, it's alright because, I mean, I'm not scared with my wyvern because my wyvern's an absolute beast. So yeah, and now we go into the other beaver dam, but I haven't had any luck getting any bloody silica pearls yet, which is annoying. Right, because I've not had any luck in finding any of them, which really, really, royally screwed me over. Like, literally just screwed me over. Obviously, we just dump it, the extra bit into my wyvern just so I've got it. Now, I look around just to make sure there's no beavers, because obviously beavers are a bit of a nightmare. And then I realised I'm too far from my bloody wyvern. Sod's law. Let's dump a couple of packs. But I do kind of cheat and pick them back up. And then, yeah, like... now, I got hit there, and I didn't see where from, which is why I flew off. Considering with how much damage my wyvern does, I was like, oh, where did that come from? But we did manage to get a few silica pearls. Not a lot, but we managed to get something, at least. And yeah, so again, we go straight back to it. Now, I always look around before I just kind of fly off, because I am doing like the silica pearl a little bit of a run, attempting to. But yeah, it's not going too well at the moment. Haven't got a lot. And we didn't catch a lot at all, which was very annoying. But I suppose just over 40 silica pearls is better than nothing. Does mean I can get a few electronics going. It's not a lot, but at least it's a few more. Now obviously is the fun little bit, just to quickly sort all this stuff out. And this was the longest bit, I think, was actually putting everything in. But I put the silica pearls in, and I start straight away doing my electronics, because I need them going. I've used a lot of them. Obviously what I do is I just take everything out, realise I've got a few more weight, so I take a few extra stacks of wood. But, I mean, we are getting there with a lot of our resources. And, yeah, we're starting to build up a lot. What I will probably do is I'll probably just leave Jordan with most of it. And he can continue building the base how he wants as well. And I think it will be quite cool. Like, we're in one tribe, let's build like just massive bases anyway. And not only that, it saves a little bit on the rendering and everything with us being in separate locations. There's not major bases too close together like there is at the moment. Because I do want to take a big base as well. And what I kind of want to do on that island, I have got such a good plan, and I really hope that it works and comes together, because it's gonna be so cool if it does. Like, the stuff you're gonna see is gonna be so sweet. So obviously what you see here is I'm just kind of going through everything, and this is literally the last little bit of the video that isn't sped up, um, literally because we're getting through stuff, and we've done the bulk of it. So now we're just kind of setting up everything to get ready for the new big base that's coming. And honestly, I really hope that you are looking forward to it, because I think I'm gonna be shocking myself with what is gonna be coming. Like, the sheer amount of resources I'm gonna need for what I've got planned is just ridiculous. But it's gonna be absolutely brilliant. So what you'll probably find is I'm probably gonna set up a little bit of a storage location over there and start getting everything going. But thanks for watching, take care, and buddy bye.